Bob.
So, Mark, do you have breakover throttle on your vehicles?
Yes.
On all of them, all across the lines?
Yeah, I mean, where we don't have software implementation of that, we have hardware capability. So a lot of people have not understood that, and you, I think, do. So that's nice. So we either have hardware systems that, our brake systems that are designed with more capability than the engine can override from a power and torque standpoint, or we do it through software where we're storing energy on an electric hybrid type vehicle. So we have both.
The government has sort of put fuel cells on the back burner. Are you guys putting fuel cells on the back burner?
No, we continue to invest in the technology. We have, we've had 100 Equinoxes in customers' hands for quite a while. We're now taking those vehicles back and learning the duty cycle of a fuel cell, how it's used, some of the things that can make it better, some of the things we did really well. We're learning that, and that's the way we use those. So we're getting all those vehicles back. So there's a lot of data coming in.
When will you have them on the road?
Can't answer that right now. Yeah, just can't.
One last question. You talked about the chains being off you now. What were the chains that were on you now that are and making your world so different now that the chains are gone?
Well, I think a lot of, we're an old company, number one. And so anytime you're an old company, you have a lot of legacy that is in place for a long period of time. And some of it you can change and some of it you can't. So, it's been tough. And
Like what? Specifically?
I would say anytime you build a plant, okay, and you've had it in existence for a long time. An example of some of our older plants, they were multi-level plants, and so it was hard to be efficient with some of those plants. So that's just a manufacturing example. But I would also say, some of the use of those is hard to be, it's hard to be profitable with it. So, that would be a good example of it.
Mark, can you go into a little bit of detail of why?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Can you go into a little bit of detail about why the Toyota recall is not good for the industry?
Well, I think I think that the industry perspective of this is no one likes to see another competitor be put through that, and so that's just we like to have a healthy industry, and we like to be able to compete on a level playing field. So
is this scaring your customers?
I don't think so. We've always said, and we laid this out, a few years ago, that we would have a huge percentage of our fleet that would be flex fuel capable, and so we are, and we do, and so we're doing that, and we are doing that with partners like Cascada that are bringing their pilot plant online to produce ethanol on a very different basis than the food-based stuff, which that's the breakthrough that we're trying to partner with. So yeah, absolutely, it's still a very important part of it.
Mark, what is GM doing to get more units of Equinox in Terrain right now? I know you're capacity constrained.
We are. Well, if you look at our production schedules here and our maintenance basis here, we'd like to maybe take a different approach to maintenance where we actually buy some of the parts that we think are going to fail on a production system and then run the days that we had scheduled and put the parts by the line to actually take a look at replacing those parts instead of scheduling big blocks of downtime. So that's one innovative approach to it. And so we're running things as hard as we can, and the supply base is doing a wonderful job of keeping up with us. That's one approach. Yeah, that's not the only approach, but that's one approach.
Where do you stand with dealer arbitration? When do you think the first one will start?
I don't know because we just finished the actual filing on the website to see how many we have, and so we did that, and I think the number was at 1,160. The last time I looked at the website, so that's the number, and so we're going through each dealership individually, in each part of their capitalization, and do they want to do this and continue to do it, and we'll work through every one of those cases on an individual basis instead of trying to apply a big policy to a group, which is it may be easier for everybody, but it's not. We want the right solutions for every dealer.
Will you bring some of them back?
Yeah, we will ultimately. Yeah, absolutely.
You have a number in mind?
Don't know yet. Yeah, just don't know yet. Yeah, and the reason why we don't know yet is that's a great question. Is because we have to sit down with everyone, and that's a lot of people to sit down with. So over the next month or so, we'll have a better sense of it.